Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Prabhupada. Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Vrindavanam Ki Jai, Shri Varshanadam Ki Jai, Shri Tungavindra Saki Ki Jai. We'll start with the Mangalacharana from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, but hopefully it's still here in the book. At the very end of your song book. Go to, where is it? Page 295. Oh, make more room. Please move up to the edge of the infield. Is Tulsi involved? You involved? Tulsi, give Tulsi the drum. I just want to make sure she gets it. 290? Is everyone okay? Comfortable? I'm not fully convinced. Yes. Well, it's a very beautiful day here. And if you look on your songbook, look in your songbook on page 295, you'll find a verse from Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati from the Chaitanya Chandamrita, which says that to the degree that one renders service to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. To that degree, one becomes qualified to understand the pastimes in Vrindavan. There's no access at all to Vrindavan pastimes. As Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur wrote a couple of verses when the devotees were moving from Ultadanga Junction Road to the Bhag Bazar Mandir. He arranged for chariots for the deities, and then the devotees filled here in Tunga Vidya's abode. All desires for pure devotional service will be considered. No reasonable desire will be left unfulfilled. You may see the picture of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and to the left you'll see Pujala Ragapat Gaurava Bhange. Please repeat. Why are you smiling so much? You remember it from the youth yatra. Matala Sadhu Jana Vishaya Range. Pujala Ragapat Gaurava Bhange. Matala Sadhu Jana Vishaya Range. And the translation is the path of spontaneous love. Too much gain? The path of spontaneous love for Krishna is worshipable to us and should be held overhead as our highest aspiration. We make no claims of being qualified. Once when I was traveling with a senior godbrother in many holy places, and each place we went, I know you've heard this story before, but it never gets old for me. Every temple we'd go to, we'd offer obeisances inside the temple to the deities, and we'd recite Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurapani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. And one day, even before we took our heads off the ground, he leaned to me and said, so every time we come before a deity of Krishna, we say our spiritual master's pranam mantra. Why are we doing that? And I said, you tell me, you're my senior godbrother. And he said, we're letting Krishna know who let us in here. Who asked us to come here? And who are we under? And there's a way in which, in the path of pure devotional service, one takes the attitude of humility. Trinadapi suni chena, toror api suhishnuna, amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahare. Those who advance in devotional service have, along with the love they're developing for the Lord, an equal amount of dainya, or utter humility. In fact, in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Goswami points out that without dainya, there is no prema. They go simultaneously. And there's a way in which the abode of Vrindavan is not one that one can barge into and just assume that one has access to. One has to be firmly situated in form in the Dham, or you're here to take a little time to experience the Dham, but come here very carefully, gingerly walk with humility to the various places, and don't assume that you're a great Rasika Vaishnav because you're here. And this is indicated in this prayer of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He was meticulous in inculcating this mood with his disciples, because there's a way in which one may assume and then not have access. So what gives us qualification? As Madhavananda Prabhu was saying the other day, to enter we have to have passport and visa. It means you are given some permission to enter by your guru, and you're seriously coming in with a mission to serve and to become a better servitor. And then we have, back to the other verse on 295, it's a telling verse about the process that our Gaudiya Acharyas have laid out for us. This epitomizes, no epitome. Yata yata, I'll say, please repeat. Yata yata Gaura Padara Vinde. Vindeta Bhaktim Krita Punya Rashi. Tata Tato Sarpati Hridya Kasmad. Radha Padamboja Sudamburasi. To the degree that we surrender to Lord Chaitanya's service, to that degree we gain qualification for the service of Radharani's lotus feet in Vraj. That is Radha Padamboja Sudamburasi. It means there's a natural awakening in the heart, or really poetically, there's a flood that occurs in the heart. But how does it happen? By this service mood to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is Radha and Krishna combined. And Narottam Das Thakur confirms in his song Gaurangera Dhutipada, worshipping the lotus feet of Gauranga, who is, as Kaviraj Goswami says, the deity of the Paramahamsas. That when one dives into the ocean of Sankirtan, then one comes out starting with verse number 1. And this you'll find in your songbook, in your hymnal, on page number 165. And if you always carry your songbook and look on, by the time you finish when this yatra, then you'll know all the verses. Because when you sing them in a mood of service, then you'll remember them very quickly. Krishna will emblazon them on the inside of your brain. Ready? Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Nisha Bhakadakan Tat Prakash